Question 1. Which disciple doubted Jesus' resurrection until he saw the nail marks in Jesus' hands? A. Matthew. B. Andrew. C. Philip. D. Thomas. The right answer is letter D, Thomas. Thomas doubted Jesus' resurrection until he saw the marks in Jesus' hands, earning him the nickname Doubting Thomas. Question 2. Who baptized Jesus in the Jordan River? A. Peter. B. Paul. C. John the Baptist. D. Andrew. The right answer is letter C, John the Baptist. John the Baptist, known for baptizing people for the forgiveness of sins, baptized Jesus at the beginning of his ministry. Question 3. How many loaves of bread did Jesus use to feed 5,000 people? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. The right answer is letter D, 5. Jesus miraculously multiplied 5 loaves and 2 fish to feed a crowd of 5,000 people. Question 4. Which apostle is known for denying Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? A. Judas. B. Thomas. C. Peter. D. James. The right answer is letter C, Peter. Peter denied Jesus 3 times after his arrest, but was later restored as a leader among the apostles. Question 5. Who climbed a sycamore tree to see Jesus as he passed through Jericho? A. Simon. B. Zacchaeus. C. Nicodemus. D. Lazarus. The right answer is letter B, Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus, a tax collector, climbed the tree to see Jesus because he was short and couldn't see over the crowd. Question 6. Who wrote the majority of the letters in the New Testament? A. John. B. Peter. C. Paul. D. James. The right answer is letter C, Paul. The Apostle Paul wrote the majority of the epistles, including Romans, Corinthians, and Ephesians. Question 7. Which New Testament book emphasizes love and the Word made flesh? A. Matthew. B. John. C. Mark. D. Luke. The right answer is letter B, John. The book of John contains the famous declaration that the Word became flesh, emphasizing Jesus' divine nature and mission. Question 8. What gift did Jesus promise to send his disciples after his ascension? A. Peace. B. Prosperity. C. Wisdom. D. The Holy Spirit. The right answer is letter D, the Holy Spirit. Jesus promised his disciples that he would send the Holy Spirit to guide, comfort, and empower them after his departure. Question 9. What miraculous sign did Jesus perform at a wedding in Cana? A. Healed a paralytic. B. Fed 5,000. C. Turned water into wine. D. Walked on water. The right answer is letter C, turned water into wine. At a wedding feast in Cana, Jesus transformed water into wine as his first recorded miracle. Question 10. In which town was Jesus born? A. Nazareth. B. Capernaum. C. Jerusalem. D. Bethlehem. The right answer is letter D, Bethlehem. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, fulfilling the prophecy that the Messiah would come from the town of David. After crossing question 10, are you captivated by these New Testament insights? Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking quizzes that will enhance your understanding. Question 11. Who was chosen to replace Judas Iscariot as one of the 12 apostles? A. Matthias. B. Barnabas. C. Silas. D. Apollos. The right answer is letter A, Matthias. Matthias was selected to replace Judas Iscariot after Judas betrayed Jesus and took his own life. Question 12. Which book describes the early church and the spreading of the gospel? A. Romans. B. Acts. C. Galatians. D. Philippians. The right answer is letter B, Acts. The book of Acts details the early church's growth and the spreading of the gospel, focusing on the apostles Peter and Paul. Question 13. Who is credited with writing the book of Revelation? A. Paul. B. Peter. C. James. D. John. The right answer is letter D, John. The Apostle John wrote the book of Revelation while exiled on the island of Patmos. Question 14. Who was the first Christian martyr? A. Paul. B. James. C. Stephen. D. Philip. The right answer is letter C, Stephen. Stephen, a deacon in the early church, was stoned to death for proclaiming the gospel, making him the first Christian martyr. Question 15. Which epistle emphasizes faith without works is dead? A. Hebrews. B. Galatians. C. James. D. Titus. The right answer is letter C, James. The book of James emphasizes that faith must be accompanied by good works to be meaningful and impactful. Question 16. Who wrote to Philemon regarding his runaway slave, Onesimus? A. Peter. B. Paul. C. Luke. D. Barnabas. The right answer is letter B, Paul. Paul wrote a letter to Philemon asking him to welcome back Onesimus as a fellow Christian, not as a slave. Question 17. How many apostles did Jesus choose? A. 10. B. 11. C. 12. D. 14. The right answer is letter C, 12. Jesus chose 12 apostles to represent the 12 tribes of Israel and to be his closest disciples. Question 18. What is the last book of the New Testament? A. Hebrews. B. James. C. Jude. D. Revelation. The right answer is letter D, Revelation. The book of Revelation is the final book of the New Testament, describing prophetic visions and the end of times. Question 19. What was Paul's occupation before becoming an apostle? A. Carpenter. B. Fisherman. C. Tent maker. D. Tax collector. The right answer is letter C, tent maker. Paul worked as a tent maker, a skill he continued to use even while preaching the gospel as an apostle. Question 20. Which two apostles visited the temple to pray and healed a man who couldn't walk? A. Peter and James. B. Peter and John. C. James and John. D. Paul and Barnabas. The right answer is letter B, Peter and John. Peter and John healed a man at the temple gate, demonstrating the power of faith in Jesus Christ. Question 21. Who did Jesus promise to build his church upon as a rock? A. Andrew. B. James. C. Peter, D. John. The right answer is letter C, Peter. Jesus declared that Peter would be the rock upon which he would build his church, signifying Peter's foundational role. Question 22. In which town did Jesus perform his first miracle? A. Capernaum, B. Nazareth, C. Cana, D. Bethsaida. The right answer is letter C, Cana. Jesus performed his first miracle at a wedding in Cana, where he turned water into wine. Question 23. Who was the Pharisee that visited Jesus at night to discuss being born again? A. Nicodemus, B. Gamaliel, C. Caiaphas, D. Annas. The right answer is letter A, Nicodemus. Nicodemus, a Pharisee, visited Jesus secretly to ask questions about his teachings and learned about being born again. Question 24. In which New Testament book can you find the Sermon on the Mount? A. Luke, B. Mark, C. Matthew, D. John. The right answer is letter C, Matthew. The Sermon on the Mount is recorded in the book of Matthew, where Jesus gives ethical teachings such as the Beatitudes. Question 25. What is the longest book in the New Testament by chapters? A. John, B. Romans, C. Hebrews, D. Matthew. The right answer is letter D, Matthew. The Gospel of Matthew is the longest book in the New Testament, with 28 chapters covering Jesus' life and teachings. Thank you for joining us for this New Testament quiz. How many did you get right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your score in the comments. See you in the next video.